as a result of the Bosnian conflict, and I was very impressed by that.
Everywhere that mankind suffers, your members have been active in bringing help and saving lives and limbs.
The community was created under divine guidance, with the objective to rejuvenate Islamic moral and spiritual values. It encourages interfaith dialogue, diligently defending Islam, and attempting to correct misunderstandings about the religion in the West.
I very much welcome this opportunity of paying tribute to the wonderful work which has been done by the Ahmadiyya community towards the objective which we're seeking to promote this evening of achieving peace through understanding and tolerance. The Ahmadiyya community are doing a tremendous job in building bridges between the different communities in our country, between different ethnic, linguistic, religious groups up and down the country. And I also know that they have a wonderful record in other parts of the world.
I'd like to start by saying just how important the work of the Ahmadiyya community is. It deepens others' understanding of your own faith, and it gives a voice to those who are marginalised in their own societies.
Now, what has so impressed me as I have come to understand more about the Ahmadiyya faith is your remarkable commitment to interfaith dialogue, your commitment to the principle of non-compulsion in religion, and your commitment to peace and tolerance. You, the Ahmadis, stand as a beacon in your strong belief that we must find the answers to these debates through open, thoughtful, and gentle discussion. And you are also a beacon because you show us that we must find the answers to these debates through practical action.
The Ahmadiyya Mission is one religious organization in Ghana which has demonstrated ample tolerance in terms of its preparedness to cooperate with all other religious bodies, Muslim and Christian alike.
How good you have been to our community, the community that you found here. Today you reflect so many professions, so many different walks of life. You uphold all the virtues and the vigorous ethics that your faith has given you from birth.
At this pivotal point in international relations, many questions and concerns have been raised concerning the doctrines of Islam. Most have incorrectly interpreted Islam as endorsing violence and terrorism. The Ahmadiyya community has always demonstrated the spirit of tolerance, goodwill, and true brotherhood. It advocates peace, love, and understanding among followers of different faiths. It firmly believes in and acts upon Quranic teachings. It strongly rejects violence and terrorism in any form and for any reason. The movement offers a clear presentation of Islamic wisdom, philosophy, morals, and spirituality, as derived from the Holy Quran and the practice of the Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be on him.
For me, as a student of Islam for now almost 30 years, I'm constantly amazed by the depth of service that is certainly represented by this community and tradition, by the depth of tolerance and the constant searching for what it means to be human. To be human means to be of service. And I think this is so dramatically represented by the message of this community.
But there's something in the faith of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community that is striking, impressive. You teach to your followers that loyalty to your homeland is part of your faith. Ahmadi Muslims are proud of the fact that wherever they reside in the world, they become loyal citizens of that country.
What would the world have been without Ahmadiyya movement? As far as Islam is concerned, it would have left a big, big gap, a vacuum incalculable for us to even suggest as to the type of impact it will be on society.
Your strength and your commitment to your faith strengthens the faith of all of us in Canada, in all of our religions, and in all of our spiritual practices.
Your interpretation of jihad has always been in stark contrast to the extremist imams that we all deplore.
We especially applaud His Holiness for denouncing those who pervert faith by claiming it as a justification for violence. However we define God, it is wrong to kill in His name.
I have enormous admiration and respect for the work that the Ahmadiyya Muslim community are doing throughout the world to promote peace and understanding, not just by words, but by an example of a way of life, an example of impeccable conduct, and an example of undeniable faith in God Almighty, and an example of peace and tolerance.
I only wish that more people could be here today to see this face of Islam, to understand this community's expression of that great religion, and I hope that for the future you will be recognised as the face of Islam, of love, of tolerance, of brotherhood and friendship. The work that you do in the community contributes every day towards that. Let us hope that everyone else's eyes are opened to the truth, to the justice, and to the compassion that you bring to our society.
एक ख्वाब है और मुस्तकिल है, एक ख्वाब है और मुस्तकिल है, वो शख्स नहीं, वो मेरा दिल है.
His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmed, the present head of the community, continues in his effort to unite people from all faiths and cultures by promoting interfaith dialogue and religious freedom. He has travelled extensively to spread the message of peace and to remind everyone to respect the rights of other human beings. During these tours, His Holiness has met world leaders from the Far East to Europe, from North America to Africa, discussing the economic, social and political problems facing the world today and how to create peace and justice in the world. He has also met religious and community leaders in order to share common values and core ideals universal to all religions and cultures, with a view to improving the moral state of mankind and creating an atmosphere of love and affection. From young to old, he compassionately listens to the ordinary man, regardless of race, colour or religion. He has personally initiated social projects and schemes to alleviate poverty and human suffering. His concern is not just about the well-being and moral state of the members of the Ahmadiyya community, but of the great human suffering of mankind at large. The Ahmadiyya community knows only that Islam, which is the Islam of love and affection, offers a real message of peace and security.
It is a pleasure to be associated with an organisation, with a religion that says love for all, hate for none. And I think if we reflect on that, really that is what we all ought to be doing in the world today.
The Ahmadiyya movement in Islam has been a leader in promoting peace and partnership between communities. Established in 190 countries, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community continues to preach a message of peace and tolerance, even in parts of the world that persecute them for their beliefs.
But this should, ladies and gentlemen, come as a surprise to no one.
To anyone who knows this community, Ahmadis are renowned throughout the world for the devotion to peace, universal brotherhood, and the will of God, the core principles of true Islam.
All of us, whatever our political persuasions, hugely admire the work of the Ahmadiyya community here in the United Kingdom as we do across the world.
आज दुनिया च जिस तरीके नाल ये जो कुछ 2001 ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਇਆ, ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਇਆ, ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ